Do you often find yourself bored when playing The Sims 4? Do you wish you could carry your baby to the kitchen to feed it a bottle? Do you want your gameplay to be rich with lore, storylines, and scandalous events? Well then, The Sims 2 might be the game for you. What's up guys, Rakowski here, and today we're going to count down the top 10 reasons why The Sims 2 is superior to The Sims 4. This video is designed to illustrate specific strengths and weaknesses of The Sims 2. However, many of these points involve subjective opinion, so if you prefer The Sims 4, that is totally fine. No Sims game is without its problems, and The Sims 2 is no exception. Despite its strengths, it's still a bit of an old game, so it will be a clunky, yet fulfilling experience. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Number 1. Retail system. Both owning and shopping at a retail store in The Sims can be a lot of fun. With the Open for Business expansion pack, The Sims 2 has a great deal of content when it comes to running a sole proprietorship. You are able to create and play in nearly any type of business that you can imagine. You are able to charge people for merchandise, like in an electronics store, or simply charge them an entry fee, like in a nightclub. There are small details everywhere you look, from the customers holding shopping bags with their purchase, the awkward cash transactions, and even Sims checking their watch if you or your employees aren't working fast enough. However, the retail systems in later games don't have the same level of care put into them. In The Sims 4, retail was just one of Get to Work expansion pack's features. It's a great concept for the game, and although little details like paying with cash have become obsolete, it's just not as exciting seeing a Sim sway back and forth as your Sim teleports merchandise using their tablet. A cash register also comes with the pack as well, so why can't we use it? Number 2. Memories. Another thing The Sims 2 does better than any other Sims game is the memories system. As your Sims live their lives, they will remember many things that happened to them. Everything from a house fire to a spouse having an affair is a potential long-term memory. These memories can even be spread as gossip to other Sims in the neighborhood. For example, Sims can tell other Sims about a memory, and this information can be spread from Sim to Sim all over the neighborhood. Depending on the type of Sim and their personality, certain memories can either be positive or negative. A family Sim will love getting engaged, but a romance Sim might not. Sims memories have also been a great source for lore discussion and Sims fan theories. Even having a sequential list of everything important that has happened to your Sim makes reminiscing about the past an easy and heartwarming experience. Conversely, the memories in The Sims 3 are too bulky and frequent without mods, so much so that playing a big family for a long time can clog up a save file with memories such as went grocery shopping. As for The Sims 4, memories are nearly non-existent. You can create your own with a screenshot system, but the pesky emotions can sometimes ruin the memory of a death with a happy moodlet buff from something nearby. Number 3. Storylines. Each and every Sim when you load a neighborhood has a background story, family tree, and as mentioned before, a whole set of memories of their life before you came into the picture. The biographies of the Sims provide a great place to get started, while memories and deceased ancestors add a level of depth that just isn't present in other games. The storylines in The Sims 2 also aren't afraid to push boundaries or innovate what game narratives can be. How about a set of Arabic-Spanish alien twins who got rid of the wife of the man they're trying to mooch off of? Oh, and did I mention that they're both sleeping with the fiancé of the missing woman's daughter? Yes, The Sims 2's creativity knows no bounds. The Sims 3 had many more Sims to sort out stories for, so they can often get repetitive, especially in the base game store worlds. How many old women do I have to garden to death, EA? And as we know, The Sims 4 storylines are not compelling, innovative, or even followed through. The game is perfect if you want to make your own story, but if you want something unique to go off of, you will quickly be out of luck. Number 4. Neighborhoods. At first glance, The Sims 2 and 4 have similar neighborhood structures. Of course, some Sims 4 worlds are smaller and some Sims 2 ones are bigger, but generally they have a dozen or two lots and a handful of families to play. In The Sims 2, your neighborhood can be expanded with different subhoods, but still remains independent from the other neighborhoods in the game, unlike the worlds in The Sims 4. However, each neighborhood and subhood is fully customizable, so you are able to add and move lots anywhere along a road on a map. This, as we know, is not possible in The Sims 4. Another thing you won't see in a contemporary Sims game is the ability to create your own world. The Sims 2 allows you to start from scratch and select a basic map and terrain to get started. However, if you also have SimCity 4, it's not easy, but you are able to make your own map from scratch as well, if you really want to. Number 5. Genetics. Another detail that has gotten less and less detailed over time is the genetic system in the Sims franchise. The Sims 4, and to some extent The Sims 3, lack the realistic passing of genes when it comes to basic characteristics, like skin tone, eye color, and hair. The latter games tend to just blend two Sims' genetic traits when making a baby, but in The Sims 2, there is a realistic, complex genetic system with dominant and recessive, as well as hetero and homozygous genes as well. If you don't know what this all means, don't worry. All you need to know is that this is how genetic traits can be passed down from grandparents, or why some hair and eye colors show up more. It's less diverse, but again, far more realistic. We haven't gotten to this part of the games yet, but the personality points in The Sims 2 are also influenced by the parents, whereas the traits in The Sims 3 and 4 are simply selected or randomized as the child ages up. Number 6. Wants and fears. The wants and fears system in The Sims 2 remains unmatched to this day. As of the time of this video, The Sims 4 recently added a wants and fears system in a base game update. Of course, this initially broke the game for a patch or two, but the tragic whims were replaced with some actual wants, and fears were added as a form of individual trait. This is a welcome addition to The Sims 4. However, it is still not as fleshed out as its predecessors. Each and every sim you play in The Sims 2 will constantly roll wants and fears that are specific to their personality and aspirations. Wants can include nearly anything, like preparing a specific meal, having a baby, or acquiring a large net worth. Some can be done quickly, some take a long time, but they will always reflect what your sim actually wants to do. Achieving wants earns you aspiration points, which we'll cover later in this video. Fears function exactly the same way as wants in The Sims 2, except you lose aspiration when they are realized. They tend to be focused on either disasters or events that hold your sims back from their hopes and dreams. As a quick example, a fortune sim will fear being demoted or fired, while a romance sim will fear being rejected for a flirt or a woohoo. Some sims may fear what other sims may want, such as getting engaged, meeting aliens, or having an affair. It all depends on the sim, and that's why The Sims 2 remains on top. Number 7. Aspiration. Similar to The Sims 3, The Sims 2 has your beloved sims work towards a single, lifelong achievement in the form of their lifetime want. This is, of course, dependent on the type of sim they are, and some aspirations are only accessible to certain sims. A family sim may have a lifelong want involving grandchildren or a long marriage. The fortune sim may want to achieve a certain net worth or own a bunch of successful businesses. These lifetime wants also affect the everyday wants, so you will naturally work towards your sim's dreams as you complete the easier stuff. For example, if your lifetime want involves making lots of friends or having lots of dates, your sim will naturally want to increase their charisma skill, making social interactions much easier and more successful. As mentioned in The Sims 3's version of this video, The Sims 4's aspiration feels like a checklist tutorial for the game. They don't seem as integrated with the sim and their personality, causing a lack of long-term direction. Number 8. Personality. Unlike The Sims 3 or The Sims 4, The Sims 1 and 2 share a personality point system. At first glance, this doesn't seem as complex as The Sims 3 and 4's trait system, but it adds a level of detail for sims to have individual personalities. You only get so many points, so if your sim is very playful and active, they will have to be shy or messy, meaning each sim has their own strengths and weaknesses and behave different from one another while autonomously living their lives. In addition to the personality points, sims get a wide range of interests as well. These impact social interactions between sims, so sims may have identical personalities but totally different interests, and therefore be able or unable to make friends with certain other sims. Fun fact, The Sims 1 also has a similar set of interests, and The Sims 2 also has a robust attraction system to further this depth. In addition, with the free time expansion pack, sims also have a predetermined favorite hobby to pursue. They can gain enthusiasm for hobbies, even gain memberships to secret lots where they can explore the hobby further. All of these aforementioned systems provide The Sims 2 with more personality than we've ever seen since. Number 9. Apartments. If you are already a fan of The Sims 2, then you probably already know this, but for those of you who may be builders from later games, The Sims 2 allows you to build your own apartment buildings from scratch. That means you design the lobby, the units, their size, the style of the building, everything you want. You can do a small suburban duplex, a row of townhouses, or a tall modern tower. Super tiny bachelor apartments can be a great challenge as well. As we know, in The Sims 3 and Sims 4, apartments are a predetermined shell and unit that EA has graced us with. The insides can be fully redecorated, but it really does feel like a big step back from what we got in The Sims 2. Not only are these apartments a blast to design and build, they're also fun to live and play in. They provide an inexpensive living option for your Sims who are down on their luck, or a way for your Sim to cut out expenses while they save for the house of their dreams. You will also see your neighbors living their day-to-day life as they leave and return home throughout the day. You will even see your own Sims walking around if you move them into the same building as you. Adding a common area like a laundry room or fitness area will ensure you always have Sims around to hang out with as well. Number 10. Cutscenes. To conclude this list, it is important to mention something that has largely been forgotten in the Sims franchise. The Sims 2 is the only game to feature cinematic cutscenes starring your very own Sims when significant life events occur. There are cutscenes for giving birth, proposing engagement, getting left at the altar, moving to university, and many more. Some of these cutscenes are cute, some of these are hilarious, and some are even heartwarming. These cutscenes are also not pre-rendered, they are performed by the Sims in the moment, and include any Sims in the background as well. Thankfully, the Sims in The Sims 2 usually know how to sit down during a wedding or celebrate a milestone happening on the lot, so you usually get a memorable, immersive cinematic. However, beware of tight corners and small rooms. It's usually walls or furniture that get in the way of a special moment. Well, that does it for our top 10 reasons The Sims 2 is better than The Sims 4. What did you all think? Do you prefer The Sims 2, 3, or 4? Or do you know any points I may have missed? Or even a reason The Sims 4 is a better game? Let me know in the comment section down below. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe for some more retro-focused Sims content. And a special thank you goes out to my dedicated Simmers for sponsoring today's video. You guys are the best. See you in the next one.